Alright, we're gonna restart this. So yep, this is Minish cap, glitchless. It's gonna be a bit long, a little bit, maybe 30 minutes longer than the 80% run um, that most people are familiar with. But we're not gonna use any glitches in this category, so we're gonna explain as we go. Make a new file name. That looks fitting. Alright, so I think we're good for this adventure. Double check things, alright, it's fine. Alright, timer's working, it's fine. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna actually reset the game, soft reset, and mash the start button and I'm gonna select the the first slot. So this is because I'm trying a manipulation to manipulate the 5 rupee at the start of the game. It's kind of easy to do. Just need to match start and have a certain movement, but here we go. Here we go. Worst case scenario, if I don't get the manipulation at the start, there's like rupees I can get along the way. So this is Minish Cap. This is like kind of like the last 2D Zelda, if you don't count for Swords Adventure. That wasn't GameCube, that was released. This is like the last 2D Zelda game that Nintendo got out. And kind of wish they would do more, but unfortunately this is the last one that we have. And it's actually a pretty good game. Casually, there's a lot of stuff you can do, like end game. I don't really consider A Link Between Worlds a 2D Zelda because it's like a 2D, 2.5D. Like there's 3D elements. It's not really sprites, so this game has sprites and everything. So the way the mashing works in this game is you hold B to advance the text faster and mash with A and L. I'm sorry, not L, but R. So I'm gonna roll twice here, and this is for the manipulation. I'm trying to manipulate the 5 rupee from the bottom pot that's on the left here. And that prevents me from going into a chest later on in the first dungeon. And we got it. There's another manipulation as well. You can get like another like 10 rupees more. Require like rolling in like certain rolling, but I'm just gonna do that for now because the cave that where I'm gonna get rupees later on have fairies, so it's gonna like more safe. So at the start of the run, it's mostly like story triggers, like we have this fanfare with Zelda here. Like Link is not really a hero right now; he's just like a boy. Like it doesn't even have a hat in this at the start. And this game is actually very movement heavy. Like the rolls are like you made movement, and the way you time them matters a lot during the whole run. And there's like screens where you don't want to roll twice. Like basically, I have to. It's like one of the game that you gonna have to go through all the game and each room and find what's the best roll strats you go for to minimize the time loss. I'm playing on Japanese because it takes us faster. There's a couple of exclusive glitches depending on the version. Like if you play 20%, you want the Japanese version. And I think like the European version and US version, like some glitches behaves differently. But we don't really have to worry about that on this category. So yeah, this is our boy Vadi. He basically broke the chest, and now how the evil is unleashed into the world. Zelda is petrified, and we have to save her. There's no Master Sword in this game. Like the final sword is basically the Force Sword. And the first sword we get is like the Blacksmith Sword that we get at the starter sword. And if you look at the the top right corner, like you can see like the shorter the text appears, the better your rolls are back, because like if you see like the text flicker like a frame, you know your roll is good, your timing is good. That's kinda, you know, how you're good at movement. And you can roll through enemies. There's a certain window during your roll that you're immune to any damage, so you're gonna use that here, again here. That didn't work, but it's kind of useful sometimes, because instead of killing enemies, you just roll. I know, right, TM? So like I was saying earlier, like the mashing in this game is just basically hold B and mash A and R, which is like a button shoulder. Yeah, shoulder button. Because both A and R are actually advancing the text. B is just to make the text faster. There's a way to skip, like if I get perfect movement here, which I probably don't, yeah, you can actually line into that leaf. so you don't have to wait for a cycle, but it's like requires perfect movement. So this is the first village of the, like one of the first village of Minish, but we cannot talk to Minish language right now, so we actually need to fix that. And somehow this guy speaks, I guess Hylian or English, I don't know. And he tells us like, if you wanna like understand the language and like talk to the Minish, you have to eat this seed. And now we learn the Minish language. I roll one. Like this is about this is all this game is about. Like you have to timer rolls and figure out what's the best strats. Like otherwise you have to walk back, and that costs time. And we enter our first dungeon. There's a couple of things that will try to prevent, like in this game, when you perform a roll during, well, when you trigger this little cutscene with Islo and you're in the middle of your rolling animation, it delays the cutscene a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is walk into the cutscene instead of rolling through it. Like right here, I don't roll and I just walk into it. Roll toward me here. And you can, like, the way I know when to release the shroom is basically looking at the sweat sprites that's spawning from Link's head. And I walk into it, the cutscene again, instead of rolling. Saves a little bit of time. And there's certain doors you cannot enter when you roll. When you're doing a roll animation, there's certain doors it's not gonna transition into the next screen basically. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 sweats. Like I just look at the sweats that's spawning from Link, so to know when to release. There it's just faster to roll through that instead of killing on each one of them. We have our buddy, the centipede here. It's pretty straightforward. When it's red, it's immune and just need to hit the head. When it's back to blue, hit the tail. And this is one of the unique item in Minish Cap. I don't think any Zelda, well, maybe Twilight Princess had a similar item. It's like the Gust Jar. Allows to like remove that then, and like sucking that leaf into us. There's other utilization as well, like defeating bosses, and it can be used to grab the mushroom that we saw earlier. You can pull the mushroom towards us. Wrong direction. The only thing is it's very hard to control because like it has a delay every time you release the button. Like, and kind of like a LTTP, the enemies, the regular enemies, has a lot of RNG. Like this fly that we just killed. Basically like random. There's no consistent movement you can do. Just need to react to it. In the screen as well. Like I don't know where they are. And this is another use of the jar as well. Like you pull the at this direction. You pull the mushroom towards you, and it allows us to cross gaps. So because I did the manipulation earlier, that we got the 5 rupee, I can skip like going to the left here. Like on the left, there's a chest that has 20 rupees. If you don't do the manipulation, you can actually grab that, but we don't, because we got the money earlier, so we can skip it. Actually saves a lot of time. I don't think so. I know there's a couple of manips like you can do during the run. Like there's a manipulation for body at the end, but it's like very hard to do because you need like perfect slashing, perfect roll. And, like there's a lot of stuff that can changes the RNG in this game, like the rolls, the number of times you slash your sword. So this boss, the first time he like the first time he faces, like I saw that he when he went on balance, he went right first. So we know like he's gonna drop first, right on the first. Like he's gonna go right, left, and right, and he's gonna drop on the ground. If he goes left, it's left, right, left. So you can like position yourself. And bait where he's gonna drop. Otherwise, it's like he has to go back one more time. And the movement in Minish, it's kind of similar to what Link, like regular Link does, but like if you move diagonal, it's faster. Like if you move diagonal, I guess I can just pick up one more. Like it's faster if you go diagonal versus down and left, rolling basically. Like diagonal movement is faster on Minish versus rolling, but if you go in a straight line, it's faster to just roll, obviously. But so we're trying to maximize the diagonal movement. So this is like a tutorial for the Kinstones fusion, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna save and quit and respawn at the start here. The only thing is that Kinstone fuse is like it's now impossible to get anymore, but we don't really need that for that category. We'll make a stop here to learn the spin attack, which we actually need to go further. There's a guard like we're gonna see soon that's blocking our path because he wants to see our skills, and we show him that we can actually do that, and he let us go through. It's like the only skill that's required for this run. So we needed 20 rupees here to get the bottle, which is required. Fortunately, like it's required, and it also it helps the run, like because we can pick up fairies. So it's like a win-win. I was supposed to switch the sword out actually. So if you do there's another manipulation you can do at the start of the run that will skip going to that cave. But yeah, it allows me to pick up fairies, so that's like. That was actually the menu was supposed to be like. I forgot to switch the sword out. Menuing is actually a big deal in this game. Well, it's a big deal. I would say it adds convenience because if you know what's coming up, you can like switch your sword out for something else. This and this, because I need the water soon, and I need the jar for passing through that as well. Walking into that cutscene again instead of rolling. Same thing here. I'm probably gonna roll into the cutscene later anyway, so it always happens because you have to remember where all the cutscenes are. So I'm going on the left here because you can go straight to the exit and instead of zigzagging through the woods, the branches. And that's, yeah. You can kill these guys if you want. But yeah, it's RNG, so whatever. Probably gonna make a stop into the fairy cave for safety. And we're doing this is like an oversight, like we can skip a whole section of the mountain. So we have 40 rupees right now, which is good because this is exactly what we need to get this item right here. It allows us to climb rocks. Perfect money management here. So yeah, I'm gonna actually blow up this wall. And yeah, gonna refill my health for marathon safety because I don't really want to die. And these boulders do have a hard damage. Yeah. See if I can skip. Alright. Yeah, I guess in this game they're meatballs and not cabbages. Yeah, we should combine the two and make make a stew, yeah. Well, this game is like a combination of the previous games. Like there's some elements from OOT and ALTTP, like the previous Zeldas. And I think in LEDX, like Link's Awakening DX, there's like boulders as well, so it's like a recurring Zelda thing, I guess. Yeah, the rain song is from LTTP, I believe. Try to not. Gonna pick a 20 here. We need like a certain amount of rupees for later. We need a mushroom. So, what am I doing? Let's reset this. This part is just pushing boulders. This is like nothing going on. We enter the second Minish village here. I don't know if it's a village, but it's like blacksmith thingy. We're just here to reforge basically what's Vadi broke, the 4 swords, like from the chest. And it takes time to do that, so while the blacksmith is reforging our sword, gonna do some exploration. Exploring the next dungeon. I don't have a bomb, but should be bombs here, right? I guess I can do that. I didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna have bombs later on anyway. Like right there, I roll into the cutscene and it was slow. Like that's just because I forget. So this is our friend, the cart. It's going super fast. Like when Capcom developed the game, the Game Boy Color games, like the Oracle games, the cart was actually super slow, but they actually further and beyond in this version, in this game, to make the cart like super fast. I don't have the sword. That should do. Yeah, I gotta go fast. Like, if you look at the Oracle games, like, the cart is actually super slow. Like, again, using the diagonals. Like, I'm gonna roll there, diagonal. It's faster. This is rolling compared to rolling down and right. I need that money, so then again I need money for the mushroom later on. So this is why I pick up the rest of it. And we actually don't need money for the rest of the run. It's like there's like 2 things required to beat the game, like the bracelets that allows us to climb walls that we got earlier, and the mushroom that we'll see later. Super fast. So I'm gonna try to get a quick kill here. No guarantee because yeah. There's actually a strat where you can like make this room faster, this battle faster. Collecting keys, navigating through the dungeon. So we got the cane. This cane is actually pretty good. It's like unique in the Zelda franchise, I think. Oops. It allows stuff to be flipped over, or if you like target into like a hole, it's gonna be able to make you jump into the air. My roll died there. And it's useful for certain bosses. I don't think any Zelda game has that cane other than Minish Cap. Simple puzzle, I guess, here. Like if you get good RNG, you can, like if they're stuck in front of the four holes there, you can slash. That's slash 4 of them, and they will drop like faster. But if they're spread out, you actually have to pick them up. This spot always contains a heart. There's certain bots that I'm actually gonna get through the run. Like like the Palace of Droplets. I think that's what it's called. Basically the ice palace of this game. Like you can take a lot of damage, and knowing where the hearts are, it's actually very useful. Of course you have the bottles where you can like use a fairy if you want, but you still need like the bottle for water later on. So I'd rather you keep it empty right now. And this room is actually kind of like based on the timer, because there's a platform at the end that's going up and down, and doesn't really matter which tornado you skip, because at the end you're still gonna wait for that platform. That platform that's gonna be like on the left here. So I can maybe skip like one tornado, but I would have waited for that platform anyway, so it doesn't matter. And this is Trinix with one neck. Unix. Pretty straightforward. You just need to hit the back like 8 times twice. It's like 3 cycles. Obviously, getting hit by fire is bad, but and this fire has a chance to spawn health. Yeah, right there. One thing that's interesting about this room is like if you see like the wall, you can see like the boss. Like you can see the sprite of the boss right here, and it's right here as well. We vanquished Unix. You can skip the hard pieces, but it's probably a bad idea. Useful for some 3 hard challenges though. And we got a sword. We are 4 swords, but it's like basically like phase 1 4 sword. And we have 2 elements right now, so we're actually gonna fuse the elements into that sword to make it stronger. So we have to go back to the Arul Castle. Basically, there's a sanctuary hidden there. Pick up water, because we'll need it later. So yeah, into Arul Castle again. Like right now, the 4 sword doesn't have any effects, so the unique ability for the 4 sword is to actually spawn like doubles of links. But we cannot do that right now, so we actually need to fuse the elements that we got earlier into the sword, so we can spawn, well, have 2 links at the same time. And this is kinda like a tutorial. It's like, hey, you can hold your sword out and land on these platforms and magic happens. So out we go with the four swords. Everything's happy, everything's fine. But suddenly, it's our boy, Buddy. Small ambush we got there, and Eslo. Basically, what the cap is, it's like an old, like kind of like a sage or mage, a Minish mage that was transformed by Vadi. Basically, Vadi stole the hat that Eslo had and casted a spell on him, and Vadi became a hat. So Eslo the cap is basically a Minish that was transformed by Vadi um, using a spell. So now that we have the four swords, we can actually go further in this cave. And it opens up a new area that wasn't accessible before. And we have our boy Buddy again, uh, going into the Hyrule Castle and basically corrupting the mind of the king. And now all Hyrule Castle is under like the control of the body. So what I did there, I actually spoke with the sign. There's a signpost that I just spoke to. The reason I talked to that is because it triggers basically me getting the biggest boots. Like if I go like I go into that shop, and if I don't talk to the signpost, that cutscene never happens. But there's like a couple of triggers that we can do to make the story advance. Like either talk to that signpost, go into the swamp, and there's like another cutscene in the swamp as well that you can trigger that basically unlocks this not side quest, but this quest. Obviously, talking to the signpost, it's faster, so I don't actually have to enter the swamp. So now we are on the quest to get the boots right now, the biggest boots. We cannot actually go further in the story without them because the swamp has this mechanic where you actually need to dash into the water, sorry. Oops. So the guy who has the biggest boost right now is asleep. So we have to find a way to wake him up. And the only way we can actually do that is to get the mushroom from the witch that's on the forest. But to gain access to that, we actually like, oh, we need to open up that door, um, go through this area, and we actually need money. So we have actually good. The mushroom costs 60 rupee, so we have 72, which is good. Guess I'm gonna move outside a little bit. And this is the mushroom that we need. So we don't actually need money for the rest of the game. Everything that's required is already bought. So we don't have to worry about money anymore. Yeah, right there I roll into the cutscene, and it causes a delay. And somehow the because we woke him up, we just basically get Pegasus boots for free. And off we go. Like, we need the boats to actually go through that, otherwise it's not allowing us to do. We won't be able to pass the water. So I got the good RNG here. There's like 2 RNGs he can give me. He can either slash his sword or dash into me. Dashing is obviously better because I can just bonk and one cycle him. I actually forgot to steer a little bit here. Oh, actually good RNG. Like, those enemies are RNG hell. Like, they can go like everywhere and there's no control on it. But they kind of stack in the middle and like I was able to kill them efficiently. Oops. We have our second golden kidstone. We need a third one, so we're gonna work on that. Gonna try to take the least amount of damage. Yeah, I miss fence dash. Like, there's a like if you're like close enough, you can actually nudge into the rail it's not gonna bonk you. But yeah, I was too far to the left, so I bonked. Yeah, there's a... I guess you can call it that. Because you're not like where I bonk, you're not supposed to bonk there. You can like slide on the fence and move on. So again, like diagonal movement is faster. Yeah, the music in this game is actually pretty good. Because it feels like the soundtrack is like it's not a remix or from an SNES game. Like they actually considered the hardware limitation, I will say. So they made the music appealing for what the hardware was able to provide. Basically, the music is built from ground up for GBA, so it's not like a port from SNES. Even though like there's like some melodies that are remixes, but and into we go. I rolled too deep there. Am I gonna make it? Fortunately, there's like a lot of health you can pick up there on this dungeon, so. Actually have to activate this switch. This I guess that's a robot, like a Dark Nut robot. I don't know. So on any percent, this dungeon is actually like you can glitch through it, but we're not gonna do that here. We're just gonna do the dungeon intended, I would say. This... Almost. Those rupees are fake, so don't get baited by them. They're actually likes that drains your rupees. Oh, I'm pretty sure he's getting dizzy at the end of this adventure. I'm gonna pick up these hearts just for marathon safety. There's also 2 hearts on the bottom there as well. And we have another dark nut here. Like he didn't dash into me, so I actually have to do this. Impossible. And we have got the mitts. Like the mitts in this game are actually very unique. They kind of like act like a shovel plus. They kind of like act as a shovel, but in more an interesting way than a shovel. It's hard. It's hard to explain, but we'll see. I'm actually being super careful about this room. If you get grabbed, yeah. This. It's like a kind of like a sequence I have to do here to make it pass. Like, don't forget to unlock the door as well. And you can actually damage boost through them, but I'm being careful. Although we're in good shape with health, so I could have done that. So it's like it's kind of like a shovel, digging mitts basically. I think Zelda Twilight Princess has the equivalent, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if there's another Zelda that has like a similar item. Mini Moldorm. might be Skyward Sword, yeah. Actually, I think it is. Gonna pick those up just to be safe. No, I think you're right. I think it's Skyward Sword. Nice. If you leave the room, it's faster because it skips the animation of grabbing of you, the robot grabbing you. Just need 3 cycles like that and there we go. This boss is actually fun to do. There's always something going on, and but unfortunately this dungeon doesn't have an element. But we got the ocarina though. So, yep, we're still looking for the third element. Oops. I actually, I second guessed myself. I was like, which button is the correct one? I derped. Yeah, and we got the ocarina. Like, the ocarina, it's basically what causes the game to be broken in any percent. Allows you to go out of bounds on dungeons. I do it again! I swear to God, I'm derping so hard right now. I swear to God. Wow, okay. Wait, what am I doing? Alright. Alright, we're back on track. That was just me derping right now. Alright, we're back. And equip this and this, save and quit. Interesting positioning. Yeah, we're actually gonna go on a quest to retrieve books right now. Because we need the flippers. Yeah, Ocarina of Glitch is pretty perfect. Like, if you enter... If you trigger going into the stair animation and you use the Ocarina of Glitch at the same frame, it causes weird stuff. But you can retry it again over and over, so... So we got the first book, but we still need to work on our second and third one. There's 3 books we need to get. And we need to talk to this dog because it's blocking the path. And we're like, hey, you're blocking the path. Can you move out? And he was like, okay. So now he's gonna move back and forth. And we need to go back here to talk to this girl. That's gonna allow us to enter like this house right here. This way. Yeah, you can actually like have a certain... You can control your dash a little bit, go left or right if you go up and down. But you cannot like start your dash and change its direction while you're charging the dash, which is kinda annoying if you use to LTTP. Also cat. I actually don't remember the menu here. Oh yeah, that was probably something like that. Oh, wait. Go here. Try and force Minish. Because the item we just got is actually like... We're able to like... We have superpower now, so we can push these shelves. Because why not? And it allows us to enter this. So we can gain access to the second book. And we need like 2 links to make the book tip over. And we have the second book. Sometimes the dog is in the way. So yeah, you can like control yourself while dashing a little bit. And this is where the third book is. Like if you go back to the library, it tells you like there's a couple of NPCs you can talk to that gives you clues where the third book is, but since we already know where it is, so this and this, save and quit. So we can respawn right here. And back to the town we go. Hey, I pressed the good button this time. Make sure you drop the books here. Yeah, save and quit. So now that we got the books back, we can actually access a section here. That's gonna allow us to talk to like an elder Minish that's living here. And it was a trap. So we're in this cave here, but fortunately this is where we want to go, because this there's a chest here that we grabbing that's giving us I'm looking at the word, the stuff that makes you swim. Flippers, that's what I word. That's the word. I'm grabbing this fairy for safety. Nice. It was a good room actually. This. Whoops. Yeah. So we got the flippers right now, so we can enter. I think it's called a Palace of Droplets. Basically, it's kind of like the Ice Palace. Ow. And in we go. So this dungeon is actually on Glitchless is very different compared to 80%. Like you skip a whole section and you go out of bound on any percent. We're not gonna do that on here, so we're gonna complete it legit. And the boats in this dungeon are actually super helpful to be able to control your character on the ice. Like you can see, like you need to make sure to not slide too far. No. Save and quit out of this because it's faster, so it's gonna respawn us at the entrance. This is probably an hour faster than the LTTP. Like if you go no major glitches versus glitchless this game, it's probably an hour. Which is surprising for a 2D game actually, like for 2D Zelda, like for a 2D Zelda, this game is kinda long compared to other games. Whoops. I'm looking at these enemies there, I'm not sure. We'll see what's the RNG gonna give me if I kill them, or can it allow me to go through. Oh, that works. Although 100% of this game is like super long, like not any percent, 100%, because you need to fuse all the stones. It's like 5 hours something. So I'm positioning the leaf in a certain way, so when I enter this room and come back, it's gonna like respawn at the end here. Yeah, I think it's 5 hours. It's on speedrun.com. Alright. I know it's very long. Oh yeah, there's the figurines as well. Like this game casually it's very cool though, because there's a lot of optional stuff you can do. Like once you finish the game, you're not done. I'm actually gonna grab these health here. So this is the part on any percent you don't do. This whole section here. Um, I press the direction. And this is why the boats are amazing on ice. And we're gonna get the lamp, which I think any percent does anyway. But there's like another section after the lamp that we go. Again, using the boots to just have better control of Link. And we have like a mini boss. It's basically like the first boss, but with a twist. It's electrified. So I won't be able to kill him as fast, but yeah, I messed up there. But, like right here, I have to wait. I cannot damage him when he's like electrified. Again, it's gonna go left first, so I'm positioning myself on the left so he can like tip over in that direction. Yeah, right here I have to wait. We're actually Minish right now, so everything's big. Picking up these 2 health here for the next section. So on any percent, you actually don't do any of this. There we go. And this room is hell. Like enemies everywhere, RNG everywhere. Like As you can see, they're like super random. Ah. I'm gonna actually pick up this health. Ah! Alright. So you don't see any of this on 80%. Oh boy, that was close. So I'm actually gonna move this block here preemptively. Like if you have good movement, you can do it while you have the second link active. But you basically like push it while you're in that state, and you wait here, see what's the RNG. And soon we'll see the return of the centipede, and he's gonna have a little brother. Ah! Da-da-da-da. There's actually a portal in this room, but I don't really need it. Oh yeah, roll to the, I guess that's a bacteria or something. And we're back at the entrance, so all this for us is just to activate that switch. And we freed the third element. Yay, we can pick it up. But unfortunately our friend Dioctora stole it, so we have to fight him. Yeah, let's pray for zero inks. Like there's an RNG in this game, in this boss. Like the first phase and second phase, they're always the same. But the third phase, it's like it can give me 0, 1, or 2 ink. And it's RNG based. There's no control on that. So on this phase, he's gonna actually try to suck me in once. And I go on the corner just to make it faster. It's gonna launch a rock. It's gonna suck me in again. It's gonna shoot 2 rocks. And that phase is always the same. So the third phase is where it's random. So now I don't know what's gonna be the RNG. Yep. At least 1 ink. So that's 1 ink. There's no control over that. It wastes time. It's basically the... It's kind of like Aghanim. Alright, let's see what he's gonna give me. Hey! We got the worst RNG. I actually don't know if it's gonna suck me in or throw a rock here. Okay, it's gonna throw a rock. So yeah, that was the worst RNG you can get, like 0, 1 ink or 2 inks. 0 ink is basically he shoots three rocks in a row. Oh yeah, marathon lock, I guess. So we have our third element right now. And what that means is we need to reforge our sword again. Up. So that we can have 3 links instead of 2. Well, unfortunately, right now the castle is guarded by... Well, it's guarded by guards, but the guards are so blind that if you're just going fast, they're not gonna be able to see you. Yeah, those guards are pretty bad, yeah. They're worse than OOT. And we have a level 3 sword, so we can have 3 links now. And we're gonna talk to this guard because it's faster. He's gonna respawn us at the start here. And we go to the not the sanctuary, but the cemetery. This little dungeon that we're gonna do. It's pretty spooky though. So there's a little maze there that we're doing. Fortunately, the direction are always the same, so it's kind of like a Lost Woods. Oh, so as long as you go to the same direction every time, it's just always the same. Fortunately, because that would be the pain if there was RNG on that. Basically, the crow stole our key, and he was like standing in front of the tree, and you just need to bonk into the tree to make the key drop. And there's a ghost somewhere here that can troll me. That's okay. That wasn't the real strat, but that's whatever. Like there's a ghost that patrolling here that can troll you, but fortunately he didn't show up. And it's like music from Zelda 1. And if you pay attention to that sound effect right here, like it's from Zelda 1. It's kinda like a small tribute to the first Zelda game. It's kinda nice. A little nice dungeon. This and this. And that's like the ghost that can troll you right here. And now that we have a Kinstone, we can actually go into the mountains. Whoops. Redo. That allows us to unlock this section. And we're gonna see soon like an old friend from a previous Zelda game. this little head right here, that's actually like the Garon from OT. The big Garon. Yeah. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Back we go. Yeah. You're actually using the mitts to dig into the clouds. Oops. I'm actually gonna use this I'd rather equip the cane on these enemies, just in case I cannot kill them when they jump. Like, you can kill them when they jump once. Like, you have enough room to get two hits in there. Yeah, Eslo looks funny when get into a tornado. That chest doesn't have like anything special, it's just a keystone. Not even a keystone, I think it's just kingstone. I think it's just like a shell, like the blue shells. Usually you're supposed to kill. I guess they're Lakitu from Mario, but you can actually roll to them. There we go. I didn't have to switch the game there. I wasn't. I'm so used to have the cane here that I switch just by muscle memory. Try to menu. And now we're just gonna save and quit, so that's gonna put me back at the start of this this whole section, because I have all my stones right now, so I just need to activate the last one. And this is the house where you use the Ocarina Glitch to bypass this NPC right here. You use the Ocarina Glitch to basically get into the stairs behind, so you can enter the next dungeon. Pick this up. Alright, off we go. No. I'm actually gonna try to just kill these because they can be trolly. If I take damage, I lose like the clones, so. There's a fireball somewhere. Here it is. No! Oh, I'm gonna wait. I want to take the least amount of damage on this dungeon. No, okay. Like there's a strat with bombs on the screen. Okay. And here what I'm gonna do is actually gonna be able to land on the screen transition. Nice. And that little skip right here allows me to skip, like there's a whole section on the right you have to do. And this is just like I land on the, I guess I would say the tile that triggers the screen transition. So using the cape, I can get there before it's intended. It's not really a glitch, it's just... It's just basically you land on the tile that triggers the screen transition, which you already do. Like if you go like all the way. Puzzle here. Again, diagonal is faster. this and this. Nice bat. And like right here, like instead of going to the clouds, you can already trigger that. Oh. I can actually use the boots here to skip a cycle. But then again, I took damage, so that wouldn't make a difference anyway. I tried to minimize the damage taken, but... And this is 2. 1 and 2. This. Nice. Drops money, but fortunately we don't need money anymore on this route. What's cool about the skeletons, you can kill them like using a slash and a poke, so you just need to hold the button. Let's see if I can get a health here. Oh, nice. Wasn't intended, but I actually tried to push him off the edge, but using a slash, but I took damage instead. Alright, skeleton, what you got? Like, that skeleton is actually going through the block. It's not, yeah, I don't think it's supposed to happen, but whatever. Because I pushed the block and it's like... I'm picking up health here. And I'm gonna see like this guy being thrown up as well. There we go. That's how you get rid of dark nuts in this dungeon. Fortunately, this game, when you drop into a hole, you don't take damage if there's something above your head. It's not like ALTTP. And yeah, I'm using the bomb there. Usually you're supposed to kill the enemies and use the tiles to create clones. And you, at the switch, like, you're supposed to hit those. But yeah. Friendly bat. Alright, don't get grab here. Alright. Kinda like a little trick there. You're not. You're supposed to actually kill that rock using an arrow. I actually need a bomb here, so I'm gonna blow this rock. I'm gonna pick this up. Go back here. You can skip this whole section. Usually you're supposed to walk like into that maze. And if you touch anything, it's gonna trigger that switch. Like if you trigger that switch, it closes the door. But if you fly over them, doesn't matter. It's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's like 4 health you can pick up. There's one here, the other one on the left, and there's 2 on the side here. In case you need that. This is probably one of the hardest boss. At least casually, because it's like a lot of mechanics. Come here. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Gonna try to bait the no, so close. It was one hit away. Let's see if I can drag this on a little bit. Nice. Wait, come here. I have a fairy, so it's not a big deal if I die. Wow. And he's dead. So we got the four elements now. So all we need is to defeat Body, right? So go back to Hyrule Castle to forge our 4 swords into. Well, I guess it's not 4 swords yet. It's only once the 4 elements are into the sword that it's called the Four Swords, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I think that this version of the sword is called a Four Sword. I don't know what's the other version though. But it's kind of, I call it the Four Sword regardless. So yeah, we open this, and we have this little cutscene here that explains like some story stuff. This is probably like the only break you can have in this run, because it doesn't require any input. Like, it's kind of like a cutscene. So it's 2 hours in. It's like you only break, really. No, I did not reset. Actually, this run went well. This is glitchless, so maybe you're confused by the timer. But our boy, Body, decides to corrupt the Hyrule Castle, transforms into a dark Hyrule Castle, and basically everyone is now like petrified. Nice. So now we can have 3 clones, which is a total of 4. And what happened? Everyone is petrified, and the castle is definitely not the same. So there's actually a couple of stuff that's down there. Just gonna check up my arrows, they were fine. There's like fairies, bombs, arrows you can pick up. There's a room that we just skipped. See, I was either low on health or didn't have a fairy. I can just go in there. This room is annoying because of the like, if I get hit by one of these, I won't be able to use a sword or anything, and I won't be able to transform into a Minish here. And I have to wait until the debuff is gone. Slashing my sword once so that I have a... Like, if I go straight into that, yeah, I'm gonna hit the whatever it's called, but if I slash my sword once, I can just hold the direction and I won't get hit. Something I found. So now we quote-unquote rescue the king, and he's gonna give me a key to proceed. So he's like, alright, so Phil, please save us. Oh, Link. That's a good question, Shady. I didn't know wait on long enough. This... Like, there's a strat with bombs on the screen. That instead of going through the tweet loans, you can hit the 4 rocks basically at the same time using a bomb. Oh, I'm gonna do something here. So I'm gonna charge my sword, I'm gonna reset the room, and hopefully I can, like, if I good movement, I can skip. There we go. Like, I can go straight to the switches. Also, I should have the boots right now. And going outside is because later on I will have to save and quit, and it's gonna put me back at the entrance. So it's kind of like a checkpoint that I just got. And yesterday I learned that facing upwards is actually making that trick work. If you face downwards, it's not working for some reason. Just need to watch the RNG. It's not really what I wanted, but that works. Just gonna do that. Mini model rooms. Wait a little bit for the ball, fireball. There's a lot of tornadoes you can actually skip on the screen. That's not really required. Check the RNG. Not the good item. And here you're supposed to use the clones, but if you do that, you're good to go. You're already on the good position when you enter that screen. Nice. I'm gonna get portal, right? I didn't need to switch that off. grabbing this just on be on the safe side. I'm gonna try to get a quick kill here, but oh, missing one slash. Okay. So now we spawn like there's 4 trials that has like 4 keys in there. So we need to actually get those 4 keys to proceed. Alright. Alright, this trial is like the worst. Fortunately, you can roll through the fire, which is like super helpful. And saving and quitting. This is gonna allow us to respawn at the start of this this palace or Hyrule Castle. That was weird. Nice. A little puzzle here. And there's like only real ghost here, this one. Just need to kill it and the rest disappears. Like if you hit the ghost, you can see like the sprite flickers differently. So that's how you know. that's an appropriate emote right there. No. There we go. And same thing here. You're supposed to like use the clones to activate the 4 switch, but if you're like directly in the center, you can activate all 4 at the same time with a spin attack. And up to the last trial, I would say. Ow. There's fire. And again, gonna roll through the fire here, so I don't have to wait. Rooms like that with the ghosts can go out of control real fast. Like if you get grabbed, you can get comboed like crazy. Ah, now we have the four keys. Just need to unlock. I'm gonna grab these health actually. Might as well be safer. Just a couple of these. There we go. Alright. So now we have access to Body, the last boss. This guy, we can just skip him. Don't get hit. And this is probably the hardest fight here. 3 dark nuts. Ah. Like the first time I've done this fight, like when learning the speedrun, it was like, yeah, it was interesting. But once you know that how to actually get hits into them, it's not that bad. Alright, Vadi 1's pretty straightforward. You kill the eyes and you hit the boss at the center. And you're gonna use the gust jar. That will well, you'll see. Like not this phase, but not the next one as well. I think it's this next one. Yeah. Like right now, I'm trying to. Like if I remove their shells, they're like, yeah. I can actually kill them. Otherwise, it's a pain to actually kill. And this guy is kind of like Ganon. He has warps. So the first cycle is always gonna be the same. There are 8 eyes, and it's only 4 this way. There's only 4 that's actually invulnerable. I don't think that's good, but. So I'm gonna try to do something. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Like if you do a spin attack with the 4 Minish, you can actually skip a full cycle of this boss. But I'm not sure if I got it because I wasn't correctly positioned on the first cycle, so we'll see. Okay, we got it. So usually there's a 4 cycle, like another phase like that can happen. But if you spin attack with the 3 clones on the second and third phase, second and third cycle, it's not happening. It's kind of like an underflow something, like the way the spin attack works. And we're up to the last part of this gauntlet. I'm gonna move the boss a little bit here. Okay. So once you stand, if you stand on the portal, you're actually immune to damage. So we're gonna do that again. Where are you? There we go. Like you can see the eye is redder, it's different from the others. So that's how you know. Alright, this phase is just basically if I don't mess this up, it should be get closer to him so I can trigger that attack. Again, doing the same thing. GG. That's actually a PB. GG, nice run. Yeah, my PB is 130... 39? It's kinda like a minute plus PB. I'm always getting these PBs in marathons. Like the same thing happened with me for FF6 Glitchless. Yeah, the run went pretty well. Like, no complaints really. Gotta keep mashing in case something JRTA. But yeah, that was It was a good run actually. Like no, nothing really went wrong. I went safe a couple of places. Like I pick up hearts everywhere, so that no game overs happen. And now Ezlo is back into a Minish, going back into I actually don't remember why going back in there, but so yeah, it was Minish Cap, the Minish Cap, 20% glitchless. Never forget the D, like it's the Minish Cap. Yeah, we crush the schedule. I guess I can do something like while I know the next run is like in 25 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what's up with PB marathons. I guess it's just because I have my mind of the game and I just speak. And I'm not really too stressed out about tricks and I just do it. Don't no be mean to train. We'll see. Let's just save this and make this official. Alright, so we're a little